Hello and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. As you can probably hear in the background, Sam is making a lot of noise.
Hi viewers.
Please do ignore the state of me. I'm currently in my paint clothes because we are about to do some work in the house this evening. I just thought I'd give you a quick update as to what's been going on before I let you know how Oscar and Rosie are. In the small bed, as you can probably see from behind me, we have actually got some paint on the walls and it's looking so good even with just the one coat that we've got on there. So I'll just quickly show you what it looks like. I'm not going to go into the room too much because I know that the light from outside is going to defocus the camera, but yeah, the divide you can now really see with the picture rail now. I think it just makes the picture rail stand out a little bit more, but this is just the one coat of the paint that we've decided to go for in here. And then obviously with the white top there, it just elevates the ceiling that little bit more all the way around the room. So yeah, I mean, it's not 100% done color wise in there, so it will deepen just that little bit more, but it does look really, really good in here. The window has also been cleaned up as well, so that's looking really good. The only thing we haven't done is taken the handles off yet because we've got to fit the blind and do a couple of bits in the window, which may cause it to get a little bit more messy in the meantime. So we're just going to leave that as it is, and because the handles are black, they can scratch quite easily. So yeah, coming into here, one thing that Sam did do was compared the paint colour that we've decided to go for in here against the Cancun, which is in the small bed and the guest bedroom as well. And I don't know whether you can see, it's not a great picture, but the bedroom colour is definitely darker than the Cancun, so it's quite difficult to see when you're just looking from one room to the other, but yeah, we are super happy that it is that slightly bit darker. That didn't make any sense, you know what I mean. But yeah. Oh, what are you doing? Are you going cutting in the edges?
Maybe get rid of the white paint.
Across the back wall here, Sam has finished the second coat of white paint. Is this back wall done now? With the white? So yeah, this bottom part here has pretty much been finished now. So this is the finished look of what it is, with the paneling and the dado rail. This top bit here, I know I've mentioned that previously, but it's going to be this colour. So as soon as that colour is up on this wall here, I definitely think it'll make the paneling stand out that little bit more. But this evening's plan of action is to get some more painting done, caulk all round the skirting in here. An Oscar and Rosie update for you all. They're both doing really, really well. They are getting a lot better now and they're almost back to their usual self. I'd definitely say that Rosie is, but Oscar is still feeling a little bit tired. On cue. His little bits here where his cannulas were put into are healing up now, so yeah, I think all is going to be okay. He went for a couple of blood tests and they were happy for him to go back in a month's time just for a checkup, so we've just got to keep an eye on them now and just give them all the love and care that we can, but they are on the mend, which is the best news in the world. believe the difference the paint has made above this panelling. It just makes it stand out so much more, and I absolutely love it. It's all coming together really nicely, and I'm really looking forward to having the electrics all properly sorted so that you can really sort of start to see it all coming together. This is only one coat of the paint, so it will deepen that little bit more, which I am really looking forward to seeing the finished result of that, because it's just going to make this stand out so much more than it already does. The first coat of paint and the caulking is done in this bedroom now, so we managed to get that done last night. So now all we've got left painting wise is to get the second coat done in here and glossing of the skirting boards and door frames. We've got our electrician popping over this evening just to confirm everything that we need to order with regards to like sockets and switches and stuff. So that will be exciting. And I did drop a comment to Sam the other day and just sort of said, do you think we will get it done by the end of May? Because that's the kind of time frame we've given ourselves. And he's hopeful that we will. So yeah, we will see. If by the end of May we are still working on the rooms, then you know that we haven't stuck to the time scale. But I am keeping my fingers crossed. Obviously we've got quite a lot to do in the ensuite still, and we still haven't booked for the carpet fitters to come yet, because we just don't want to put that kind of deadline on ourselves when we're at this stage. But yeah, one thing that I might try and persuade Sam to do is come shopping with me to pick up the last little bits of the homeware stuff that I may need. One thing that I do want to do is to support some online small businesses. Now, I've mentioned in one of my previous videos I do like to support small businesses, and locally I do like to go to like the small independent shops and buy stuff from there. So I do that all of the time. All of the time. That makes me sound like I'm a shopaholic. I don't do it all of the time, but I do buy as much as I can from the shops around me, rather than buying from like your big stores. But I am yet to find some small online businesses, so if you can recommend any to me, then please do let me know. I actually can't believe how much I've managed to pick from my garden flowers wise, and look at the different colours. Got red and yellow, pink and white, yellow one here with a bit of pink in it, and orange. I'm actually obsessed. So incredibly beautiful. I do apologise that you see me stood talking in the same places, but there's nowhere else that I can physically film that is nice enough. I can't film downstairs because it's just too dark and there's stuff everywhere. And I know there's a lot going on up here at the moment, but it's a lot less. So yeah, I do apologise for that. But one thing that I didn't do over the weekend was film. To be quite honest, we didn't really do a lot. Sam was out golfing a lot. I was gonna start painting the drawers that need upcycling, but that just did not happen at all. It was just a nice chilled weekend, so I thought that I would extend this video another week because there's going to be a lot more progress. So I thought that I would give you an update as to where we are. I've got to do second coat of painting in the small bed, which I'll show you in a moment, but the main bed is actually finished with the coats on the walls now, so I can show you that because Sam did that last week towards the end of the week, but I haven't actually had a chance to show you yet. I am really happy with the colour in there. It's definitely darker than what the small bed currently looks like and the second bed, but it's a really nice colour. I'm just having a bit of a dilemma with the photo frames that I've picked for the wall. I'm just not sure whether I'm going to put anything above the panelling like I envisioned, so yeah, we will see. But this is what the small bed currently looks like. I'm not going to go in and mess up the lighting, but this is still just the one coat of paint. Still got to gloss in here, second coat the walls, and then the next thing will be getting the radiators on. So not really a lot in there, really boring, I know. And then in here, so all of this colour that you can see around and on the walls is all done now. Got to do the glossing of the skirting Oh, actually, I lied. Sam has done the glossing on the skirting in there, so I do apologise to him for that, but that is done. But in here isn't, so there's too many things going on in my brain at the moment. I don't know what's going on, but all of the skirting in here has been primed, well, undercoated anyway, so that's ready for glossing, but all of the walls are done. Obviously the frames have still got to be glossed yet. But the difficulty that I've got to make my mind up on is I got these frames from the Range? Yeah, the Range. And I just didn't know whether to have any up on the wall here. Now the ledge is, I think, yeah, too small of a ledge to rest it on there, so it would actually have to be attached to the wall. But I just really don't know if I want to put anything up there or not, or whether it's going to look too busy. But I am going to order some prints, so if I don't actually use them in here, then I can use them on the other walls or whatever, or throughout the rest of the house. Sorry, I just had to take a moment there to try and balance the camera on the white roll that's in front of me. But the business that I have found for the prints is called Trove Prints. I think I first came across them on Instagram, but they have the most beautiful prints on their website, so that's what I want to order for those frames. And like I say, I really wanted to have them like above the bed, more so sort of like not symmetrical, so I've got like one big, one small, and just have a couple across there, but I don't really want it to look too busy, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do there, but I am actually going to order the prints, so I can show you that in another video or whatever, because I can't not, they are so beautiful. But yeah, next stage in this room, which I think we're going to crack on with this evening, is getting the skirting all glossed and the door frames, and then the painting in here will pretty much be done, apart from the cupboard there that still needs to be done and plastered as well. That is like far from being done, but that will be one of the last things I think we do to get finished up. And then in the small bed, I have got some time now I've finished with my clients to get that second coated. So I think that's a plan of action for this evening. Sam is on his way back home now, so I just thought I'd give you a quick update before it then changes again. But fingers crossed this week will be a bit more of an exciting week, and I can get some more content filmed. I've just put together these reclining chairs and look how nice they are. I found them on the Range, and we just wanted some sort of chairs that we can sit in the garden with and put away, because we have got this table and chair set here, but we wanted some that we can sort of lay out in the garden with, and I thought that these were perfect for that. And you can take the cushions off and just have like the black sort of mesh, because I know as the weather gets really warm, this probably isn't what you want on there. And then obviously you can just clip it out on top, and then have some nice chairs to sort of sunbathe in. They really do sort of flatten out quite a lot, to be fair. So yeah, super happy with that, and I think I paid about £120 for them. And I weren't sure if they did come as a 2-piece set, but they did. So we managed to get 2 chairs for that price, which I don't think is too bad at all. So yeah, super happy with that. And now we're coming into the summer, we'll be able to sit and enjoy these chairs. This room is looking so much more put together. We finally fitted the blind and the radiator up onto the wall, and super happy with how it looks. We haven't actually plumbed the radiator in yet. We've just got it prepared, ready for plumbing, so that hopefully won't take too long. And the electrical work hasn't been sorted yet, but hopefully over the next couple of weeks we'll get the electrician in to sort that out and put the light up and do all those last little bits. But the painting is all done. Obviously everything's all glossed and sorted in here, so really it's just a case of electrical work, plumbing, and then the carpets can go down, which is super exciting. But I just thought I'd show you the blind that we decided to go for. It's really nice material. I just wanted something that was quite plain and simple in here, and I'm happy with how it looks. I was worried about this dado picture rail being in the way of the blind, but it actually fits on there quite nicely. I think if this blind was any sort of thicker in fabric, then we may have had an issue, especially with the pleats, but seeing as it's quite a slimline blind, I think it looks really lovely in here. So this room is pretty much up to the standard that we want it to be at the moment. And then in the main bed, everything has been painted in here. We've glossed all the skirting and all the door frames. We haven't actually fitted the blind in this room just yet because I need to get the window painted up. The window cleaned up first before we end up fitting the blind. So that's why the radiator is still over here, because we don't want to make mess with the blind and get the radiator too dusty and horrible before sorting that out. But Sam has drilled all the points into the wall, ready for it to be hung on. And then obviously all the plumbing work and the electrical work will be done at pretty much the same sort of time, I would have thought. And then this room will be pretty much at the same level as the small bed. Cupboard hasn't actually been sorted yet because Sam needs to do the shower fixings first before this can be boarded and plastered and that kind of thing. So this will be like a last minute thing that we do. And then the radiator here is all ready to go into the ensuite. And tonight's task is to get all of this moved out of here so we can actually crack on with the rest of the stuff in here. Because since it's been grouted and we've shoved this all into this room, it's been neglected a little bit. So we've got the ceiling to paint in here, the tiles to go down on here, and obviously the shower panel, and then the toilet and all the other bits and bobs, but they shouldn't take too long to be completed. So yeah, super happy with where we're at the moment, and we are pretty much on time or on deadline for the end of May. So I'm really keeping my fingers crossed that these rooms will be done for then.